everyone, welcome back to Astral Luck after so many days. So let's get started with a pick a card reading to just start with. So I have four cards here. The question that we are asking is what is the spiritual gift that you have and how you can harness it? So pile one is Hanuman, pile two is Shatrughan, pile three is Bharata, and pile 4 is Rama. Okay, if you're wondering who are these characters, these are characters from Ramayana. Because these are in sequence numbered, so I thought I'll use them as identifier today, but it's nothing to do with your belief system or something. I really don't want to get into that aspect. I just use these for you to recognize. So I hope you have recognized your pile, and let's start with pile one. So, if you have chosen this, uh, the very first thing with Hanuman that comes into my mind is that you are someone who really are an enabler kind of person who helps others, and you have tremendous capability of self love, because only when you have developed the sense of compassion of self love you can teach others the same art of self love. So your gift is to have a sense of compassion towards yourself and teach the same thing to others. And in that process of self love, you develop a sense of belongingness to the whole world and you help others to develop the same. So, how do you harness this and how do you expand on this? That is the whole energy that we are looking at. So, let's see what Ascendant Masters have to say. Okay, the camera is shaking if I keep my hands on the table. So this card wants to come out, and let's see. First, let's see this card. Open your heart to love. So, for the longest period of time, the card is telling me that you have been trained that you always have to help others and then help yourself. Something that you listen in when you are traveling on an aircraft, that in case of emergency, put the oxygen mask for yourself and then help others. That is fine. You need to help yourself. You need to love yourself. That's what the message is all about. Only then you help others. But then there is a sense of guilt that I should have helped the person sitting next to me, because the other person is older than me, needs more fast and quick attention. But you are wrong. If you are not helping yourself and you're helping others, and then you yourself are in distress, then however comfortable you make others, others are still distressful, in the state of stress, because a very stressful person sitting to them, nobody likes that. So you have immense capability to understand this whole concept of what I'm saying right now, that how you can actually help others by helping yourself right now. This is the whole energy that you need to invest upon right now. So let's see if we have any other messages coming from Ascendant Master. Yeah. Spiritual law of attraction. So only when you yourself are happy, uh, only then you can make others happy. I'll give you my own example. I took a very long break because I was not very happy with what I was doing in my day to day work, what I was doing. And I was quite stressful. And my whole argument with myself, or the debate with myself, was how can I help others if I cannot help myself? And that kept on boiling for a very long time, and then I realized that I just need to make myself happy, and I should not focus on helping others or making things right at my workplace. I should just focus on making myself happy, and what makes me happy is reading cards. So I have not solved any of my problems at my workplace, but then I don't want to burn myself just running and chasing after something which is at the moment not coming to me. It will come to me whenever the time is right, but then I should not be chasing myself. I should not be listening to all the gossip, and I should not be listening to all the people around me uh, who are trying to create a sense of sympathy, a sense of pity about me, and trying to judge me. But because that makes me even more depressed, right? So I need to be happy, and what makes me happy? Reading cards. So here I am doing what I really like. So you need to help yourself by doing what is right for you. Don't worry about fulfilling a goal. Don't worry about convincing someone else. If you are in an eternal state of happiness, things will work out. That's what the message is here. So I'll see if there's one more card that wants to come out for you. Okay, it's like no, the cards are telling that it's fine. You just work with these two aspects. It's a lot to work with. So let me see from the chakra cards what is blocking you right now and how can you resolve it. You know you need to work on yourself. You need to give self love, but what is blocking you from doing that? Isolation. A sense of isolation is what is bothering you, that your friends, your family are not so much involved in your life and you're not able to speak that out to them, which is fine because in the current scenario of pandemic, everyone is stuck and they are trying to help themselves right now, and some of them are overly excited about a lot of things because nobody has experienced this pandemic for the first of all. So some of them are very excited, that still excited after 1 year, which makes me very surprised. What makes you so excited about this pandemic? Why do you want to go out and do things differently right now? Just support yourself and support your family members, but they are quite enthusiastic that they want to go out and they want to meet people even in this whole thing, because it gives them a sense of excitement, and for some of them it is like a burden that they have a lot of responsibilities, and sitting at home and taking care of themselves and their family members is not a very appealing thing. They might as well just go and do something in the world to find their freedom, and in turn if they get some kind of infection they don't care. But I'm not talking particularly about you, I'm talking about people around you and who are ignoring you because you yourself are trying to uh, self love and create that sense of self love, and then you have that fear that if I just focus on myself and don't help others because they are already in a state of panic, what will happen? And then maybe I'll get isolated, and that's not the case. If you are happy, they will get attracted to you even more. Right now you are unhappy and they are not getting any support from you, so, or even if you are trying to support them, they don't see any value in it because you are not able to do something for yourself. So they just want to move away from you and leave you in isolation. They're in turn giving you your space to find yourself. So let's see if there's any other card coming out. Okay, there are two cards here, so no. Yeah, this one. Perseverance. It's all about the sense of excitement that you have to go and help others in a very specific way, but then they are telling that it's not that whole thing. What I'm seeing is that you are trying to act like this angel in on the right side, someone who is with whole existence issues in the red. You are trying to help that person consistently. That is blocking your energy. That is blocking your energy. Uh, they have their own path. Don't worry. They'll not leave you. They'll not leave you isolated. They'll not uh, leave you alone, but then they have to follow their own path. That's what the cards are telling here. Okay, I think this is where we end this reading for pile 1 and move on to pile 2. Hello, pile 2, how are you? So let's see what kind of gift you have. First of all, you have a gift of I'm going by this character here in my Hindu mythology, but I'm describing it. The kind of gift this character had in the story. This person was more of helping others and uh, protecting others to a large extent. He was a person who would not worry about power, who would not worry about uh, finding the highest position for themselves, but would be much worried of protecting their own boundaries and helping others to protect their boundary. So that is the gift that you have, to find your boundaries and to help others find their boundary. Apart from that, it's sense of empathy that you have a lot with yourself, because only when you can empathize with others, you can help others to actually identify what's going on with them and where they should set up their boundaries, how can they protect themselves. You help others to develop their own shield, their own boundaries and their own protection layer. So you can be a psychic, you can be a person in a like a Reiki master who is building protection layers on energy field, someone on a financial side who is helping others to make others understand in a very empathic and emotional way that don't overspend beyond this point, because you need little more finances for your future, and you help them to plan their future with the kind of resources they already have, so that they can have balance in their present. They can live happily without having stress about their future, and they can still spend a lot of things because they have divided their budgets right now. So you help people in similar ways in different capacities. So let's see how you can harness this energy for yourself and activate this energy. And later we'll see what are the blockages that are coming. So So it says work your magic, and it's talking about understanding how energy system works around you, how uh, material flows from one dimension to another. If you see this figure here, you see that the energy is flowing from one dimension to another, and it is not going to stay at one place constantly. So it's moving, and you need to understand how money keeps moving, how energy keeps moving. In that process, you still have to store some energy in yourself, in your uh, temple like body, and then you also have to exchange lot of energy with others. How you can exchange this energy in a constructive way, and how you can actually destroy a lot of things by not harnessing energy properly. It's all about energy protection. You need to do some kind of uh, basic energy understanding for yourself right now. And when I talk about energy, I just don't talk about chakras or reiki or something. It is like little more beyond that. It is more like uh, knowing about metaphysics and cosmic world, how the stars get formed and how the black holes get formed, and trying to relate it to your own energy system and how the real world is working. I'm talking about that. And when you start understanding that, you will see that you are able to work your magic even more properly. So let's see if there's any other message that can help you to activate your energies. Retreat into nature. But precisely what I was telling, that how nature works, how stars get formed, how uh, different galaxies are revolving around each other. How, if you are aware that our sun is also having a twin sun, and our sun is actually revolving around its twin sun, and that's how the human cycles form in the Vedic astrology or Vedic texts of where they talk about Yuga, Kali Yuga, Sat Yuga, and all. So there's a cycle of 26,000 years. So you need to understand there is a cycle of everything, and the nature works in those cycles, and you need to uh, get closer to this kind of knowledge. So train yourself so that the energy of setting up your own boundaries and helping others to protect themselves by building their own boundaries with empathy actually builds up for you. So you will be able to help them much better. So I think training yourself on the natural system is a huge task. So the messages are repeating here. So in that case, I'll just move on to see what are the blockages that you have. So the very first card that we get is gossip. It's the heart chakra that is getting blocked by getting into all those conspiracy theories about how different cultures knew everything about uh, how the nature worked, how the natural system worked, but then the current scientific world does not acknowledge it. And when you start connecting with your roots, your ancient cultures, no matter where you belong to, every ancient culture knew the truth. So whether it was Mayan, Aztec, the Hindu culture, the present day Hindu culture actually knows nothing if one has to dig deep to find out. So maybe 1,000 years back they knew a lot more on how the universe worked, but now nobody knows. So and then if you go to a tribal community in Africa, or if you would go to any kind of ancient Chinese text, you will see that they all knew how the universe worked, and but it is considered as a kind of gossip for ancient people, and there's no proof about that. That's what the modern science claims. But then you need to move away and open your heart chakra. Only when your heart chakra is open, you will be able to connect empathetically with the ancient knowledge and start building your boundaries. And you would also be so empathetic towards other, because a lot of people will not take your help, because your help would not be very scientific in today's term. It might be very logical, it might be very much efficient i- in its ways, but then people will not accept it, and you will have to have that sense of empathy with them to not to feel bad but keep helping them. and one day they'll turn around and take your help, and the world will become a better place. So the whole logic for you is to make world a better place by helping others to set their boundaries. Right now, people get influenced by one random uh, v- video which is going viral, and nobody thinks about whether it's truth or it's false information, and they fall for it. So one has to set boundaries to leave those unnecessary gossip information outside. So this gossip card is talking about multiple layers here, but the most important layer is to accept knowledge from traditions rather than misinformation floating all over here. So more of metaphysical science that you need to understand right now to overcome the blockages. Okay. So what else can help you to overcome your blockages? Acceptance, something that I was just talking about, that accept the traditions, accept the traditional knowledge. Don't take them literally. They might be woven in different stories so that it could be passed upon from one generation to another. But the colonial period from 1400 till now, we still live in colonial period. I assume that, or I might be correct saying that, although we have independent countries right now, but we still are going through the same colonial cycle. So you need to go what was practiced beyond the colonial period, and then you will find a lot of information, and then be open to accept that, and don't have fear, because this card is saying that you have a lot of fear about accepting real knowledge, and you are very comfortable in the conditioning that has been uh, enforced upon you right from your childhood in your school. So that is the whole problem here. So try to not fear, but then find a sense of power within yourself from your root chakra. Try to sense that there is a sense of power that is trying to come up and help you, or e- just feel that there is a sense of power which is supporting you at the base of your spine, and it will not let you fall down. If you just believe that there is a sense of power that is supporting you, you will never fall down, then you will find it easy to accept a lot of traditional knowledge. So that's your reading, pile 2. So I hope you found this useful. Please leave your comment, and let's move on to pile 3. So pile 3, we saw your this card action here, but then let me talk little bit about Bharata. Bharat was uh, brother of Ram, who actually took care of a lot of things without thinking about what's in for me in uh, for Ram, because there's a whole lot of mythological story coming around it. If you come from a traditional Hindu family, you already know it. But if you are not coming from a traditional Hindu family, I don't want to tell you the entire story here. If you are interested, Google it, you will find it. It's not very tough to find this information, but I'll tell you that uh, the power that uh, Bharata had for himself was to see that what is his own and what is not his own, what is rightfully his own thing and what was rightfully not his own. But if something was given to him, he would accept it and keep on doing the actions required to maintain the status quo and return whatever is being offered to him to the right person who deserves it at a later stage. A sense of understanding what is rightfully yours and what is not rightfully yours. So something like that. That is your power. And you also help others understand that there's a lot of race right now going among people, that they have to go and have everything, even if they don't deserve it, even though they deserve something else which might be more burden. This race is more burdenful, but I'm not able to put things in word because they are giving me so many uh, things to contemplate upon. Because right now, you on your core know what is yours and what is not yours, and some you have acquired few things that is not yours, and you are performing that action, which is nice. But remember that to keep on doing that action or keep on enjoying something that is not yours, do it selflessly, because one day you will hand over this something that you have acquired which doesn't belong to you to someone else at the right time, and that is the right thing to do. And you at the your subconscious level, you actually know that, and your duty in this life, or your gift in this life, is to help others to understand this difference of what they need, what they require, what they have, and what they deserve, and to what they need to snatch, how they need to gain power. Not everyone needs a 5-figure monthly salary, but everyone is after that raise. It's almost like a template. Finish your education, get into a corporate job, and keep slogging yourself there, and spoil your health, spoil everything else, and then come back one day, because you have taken over a lot of resources from others to make your journey possible, and then you will realize that you don't even want it. So that's the whole thing. So, how do you realize your sense of righteousness? So, this card is seeking my attention, and this card. Okay, these two cards. One is mother, wife, sister, daughter, basically your feminine energy. Tune into your feminine energy. Even if you are a male watching this video, doesn't mean that you don't have feminine energy. Feminine energy is all about thinking who actually needs it first, the resources, and delegating those resources to that person, because you need to take care of someone like a mother. I know in today's day and world, sometimes you might also had a mother who was so busy in their own job to find enough resources to take care of you. So they were so practical that they have trained you in a very practical way, and they have actually embraced their masculine side to actually bring you up. But that's fine. That was appropriate for them to do that. But that right now, if you are the group who has picked up this set of cards, it's okay for you to be little more emotional, to be little more someone who can take care of others, and not worry about if you will have enough for your family or enough to take care of yourself, because you need to trust that the universal energies, the angels and the gods and goddesses, whoever you trust upon, is going to take care of you. So embrace your feminine side to help others, to take care of others, to give others more priority, and to support others. That's your gift right now. You need to embrace that. And what are the blockages that are coming on your way? Let's see that. What are the blockages that are coming on your way? Renewal. It's the fear that you won't able to renew your job contract. It's the fear that you won't be able to renew the stock, grocery stock at your home. It's the fear that you won't be able to fill your gas tank in your car. It's the fear that you won't be able to refill the bank account if you have spent everything in helping others. It's the fear that is blocking your gifts right now. It's your gift that you can take care of others, and it's your gift that you can put things into action and you can run the show for the people. It's your gift right now. And what else is blocking you? Okay, your self worth, the sense of self worth, and impasse. So, what I'm seeing here is that on a psychological level, you are quite open to accept others' thoughts. People can run all over you. People can actually put their sense of understanding about you uh, and pass it on to you. Like they can give you a false impression about you, and you'll accept it. They will build a very false impression about you, and they will come and give you a lot of pieces of advice that you are like this, you are weak, you should protect yourself, you should take care of yourself, although in your heart you are such a nice person that you want to help everyone around you. And then they will start playing with your mind that uh, will give you a lot of anxiety, in a sense that am I on the right path? Am I not doing enough for myself? Am I not doing enough for my kids? Am I not doing enough for my future? Although you have enough, but then they will always create that sense of doubt, and you will easily believe them. That's your blockage. And the next is that when you don't listen to them, they just discard you, that you are not worthy of anything. They just create a doubt of self worth in you, and then you just leave your throne. You are supposed to sit on that throne, and you need to allocate things uh, for the betterment of the society without worrying about yourself, because you are protected, your needs are taken care of. But then you prefer not to sit on that throne, but you sit somewhere below the throne and try to worship an empty throne, and then that empty throne is not helping you. So that is your blockage here. So I think this is enough information for you to work upon right now. If you agree to this, or if you find this helpful, please leave a comment below. It will be really helpful for me. So let's move on to pile 4. Pile 4, your gift is that you are a hero. You can actually do a lot of things that you don't realize. You can actually sacrifice a lot of things when the time is right. You can acquire a lot of things when the time is right. You can destroy destructive things when the time is right. You can do everything that is right for you, and right for the people around you, and right for the universe. You actually have that blessing. But then it comes with a sense of duty, and you are almost like running away from that duty. That's what you're running away from, the commitment. That's what the cards are telling me here. And how do you need to harness this sense of commitment is something that we'll look at. So this was pile 3 cards. Let's remove them and let's keep your cards here. And let's see how you can develop that sense of commitment to become the hero that you are supposed to be. Okay. artistic expression. Here, what I'm seeing here is that you are someone who is quite shy to express yourself in a way that you, you would like to. Like when you are alone and when you are seeing yourself in the mirror, or when you have painted something, you are quite confident and you quite like it, but uh, at the end of the day, when you are around a couple of friends, or you are around some colleagues or something, you don't want to rise to the occasion. You don't want to show your talent. You don't want to show uh, what is that you have within yourself. You are so disinterested in front of others that you just don't want to show your talent. If you are wearing a, like this person here is wearing a very nice necklace and is trying to show it off to others, but you would be the kind of person who would try to hide it with your dress. You don't want to show it. You would not like to wear the jewels on the hair. You would not like to do that. You just don't want to get attention of others, and that's where you're creating troubles. You need to invite attention, because sometimes it will make you restless, but it will train you how to handle different kind of people. You have to be out there to fight with people, because a hero goes out and fight with evil, right? You are avoiding to your commitments. So how else can you harness your energies, and how can you bring your power back, and how can you increase your commitment to become the hero that you are supposed to be? Let it go. Let go of inhibitions. Dance like nobody is seeing you, because nobody is seeing you when you are dancing in your house. That's true. But if you dance in front of others, what's wrong with that? If they might give you strange remarks, but after that, what can they do? So keep on doing things that actually you like, and don't worry about what people are telling. Don't try to do things in closed doors. Try to do it openly. It doesn't matter what people say. People will say something for 1 or 2 days, and after that they have they'll find something else which will seek their attention. It really doesn't matter. And if somebody is persistent to attack you, then you have to fight back to that person. And trust me, you hold that power to fight back. You really hold that power to give them back what they deserve. So you definitely have that power, so don't worry about it. But if you don't go out there and don't do your own thing, you won't even recognize who are the problem creators in the society. It's your duty to actually make this society a better place by shutting such negative energies, or uh, turning the negative people away. So these are some things that you can do, and let's see what are the blockages right now that you are facing to become the hero that you are supposed to become. Okay, you actually have immense duty for the creation, the universe. You are not a normal person who was just born to live life like a rat and die. It's not something like that. You have some sense of duty for the nature. You come with a certain aura, and you have to make the universe a better place. So you have to go and find your magic in the nature, and then you need to implement that magic to fight with ugly forces. So you have to spend a lot of time in nature, and you need to go out there and find your creation. What else is blocking your energies right now? Okay. Perseverance. So eh, this card also came for pile 2, I think, but the context for pile 2 and for you, it's quite different. It's almost like uh, you need to go. I was telling to pile 2 that you need to first find your own love, your own place, and then go and help others, something like that. But for you, you need to keep finding people who are under stress and who are possessed by their own negativity, and you have to lead them by example in a very persuasive way, with a lot of perseverance, and you will find a lot of support from the angelic force out there, or whatever you believe in. I believe in Hinduism, the yakshas and the apsaras are almost like angels who come and support people at the right time, who are going with the flow with the nature, and who are going away from the nature. These gandharvas and apsaras actually go and fight against them. So if you are going with the flow, helping others to find themselves and to help them fight the evil, then you will get all the support from all the forces, all the angels, all the Gandharvas, all the Apsaras in the universe, and the divine beings will help you. So that's your reading, pile 4. I hope it was useful. Please let me know your what you thought about this and how it related with your life right now. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye and namaste.